Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup number 16. We're coming in with the upper bracket first games played, I believe. This is between PhoenixYo or PhoenixYo on Steam and OrbNet. And I'm excited for this one, but I'm also just a little bit nervous because I've heard rumors that OrbNet might have actually lost to PhoenixYo, which would be depressing as heck. We're gonna find out. I really hope it's not true. And we'll check the pick order here. Oh my gosh, what is this thing trying to update? Orb banned Shallows. Cringe. Well, the picks here say that Orb and PhoenixYo both picked Coalition, but that's clearly not true because this is in fact the Soban forces, so I don't understand what's happening here, but yeah, this is like I don't understand what this freaking pick document is supposed to be, so we're just not even gonna look at this any longer. We're just gonna assume, because we know the pick order, it should be OrbNet taking the first map, so let's just say that. This is OrbNet's pick, I assume. No, they also spoiled the number of maps in there, so I'm not gonna show it, otherwise things will be bad. Good job, by the way. This is actually PhoenixYo's pick. It's pretty obvious. So, wait, is he? No. He already has his SEO. Don't worry, he would never do that. He would never do that. Yeah, PhoenixYo's doing kind of a funny thing. He's got his carrier like on top of his salvagers, which is making them all move every time they drop off. So that's not exactly good. Yeah, no, I'm worrying too. Anyway, but he's definitely not doing the Phoenix SC. He's not doing that. Is he building here himself, by the way? I think so. That's a base runner. Interesting. Is he T-posing on his own salvagers? Oh my gosh. Like, watch this guy when he gets the drop-off, right? He's gonna have to move all the way out to the edge and then come back. You want your salvagers to be, close enough to the carrier to where they can drop off without moving at all, right? And if the carrier is too close, then this happens. So that's why this is inefficient. But yeah, it's gonna be AV fad for OrbNet, no surprise there. Sekai Jan is having a stroke, man, jeez. Probe gonna come over for OrbNet, he sees the carrier on main, but he sees the SC on second. This is actually pretty non-standard. Normally the carrier will move over to second, but fine for OrbNet, he doesn't care, he knows what his opponent is up to. And the first AVs are coming out now. I like this probe from PhoenixYo quite a lot, actually, checking out the third base timing. Well, he's gonna move it now so that he can see the tech, that's also good. Although PhoenixYo always says when he's like watching casts, no one checks tech, which of course they do, but I guess he doesn't. So. But he'll see this AV coming out, I think. Pretty sure he saw it. Well, we'll see in a moment here. Anyway. Okay, the probe actually never saw the AV, I don't think, so... But if he's paying attention, he'll know that AV tech is done. Well, you know, remains to be seen whether or not he actually knows about it. But yeah, I like the probe because it's checking out the 3-base timing, which is important to know. And neither player seems to be rushing towards that just yet. As OrbNet tries to extract, PhoenixYo does have one LAV bothering here, but that should not be enough to stop that. Carry production is really late for him, though. I noticed he was floating quite a bit. And OrbNet is a lot more lean on his resource count here. I often call this the extra salvager as well, the RU guy on second base, because you can see PhoenixYo is going to start floating RUs here. And that's nice for him when it comes to getting his armor upgrades, which are expensive that way, but it's a little hard to spend it otherwise. So it looks like he's going to go fighter and gunship to try and spend that money. Could be, right? But he's not going for it in this case. Although I agree, ACs are very, very strong on this map. This will be an interesting fight here, by the way. OrbNet has armor 1 and PhoenixYo doesn't, so he does have some advantage in that sense. Looks like PhoenixYo is going to move the carrier out to try and help fight this, but it's 4-on-4. Now it's 5-on-4. So this should be doable for PhoenixYo. He just has to, you know, be a little bit careful. Yeah, he always gets BR inventory. But yeah, it is going to be fighter and gunship, like I said. He's got that tech done in just a moment here. It looks like he wants to even get his last RE salve. And for OrbNet, it's 3 base instead. Who do I recommend you train with? I would train with Rendered Spy. Because I think the way that he played shouldn't have been able to... Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna spoil things if I keep talking about that. Play with Rendered Spy. Anyway, this last fight here is for the extraction though. Carrier can't get involved there. And we do have a TJ available, so you know this could be possible for OrbNet to win, but he's not using that ability just yet. Oh dear, very bad micro. He actually just like stopped the base runner right there. Didn't fire the TJ out at all, so that's gonna be quite unfortunate for him. But still, armor 1 versus armor... Actually, it's armor 2 now versus armor 1, so PhoenixYo started getting that upgrade, but still, this is actually pretty good for OrbNet in general. Yeah, I agree. We're gonna have to see what the air can do, though, because it looks to me like OrbNet was not aware that this is coming. He didn't get any vision on the air tech, maybe. Either that or he wasn't paying attention. And we do have TAC Bomber Fab coming out. But yeah, you can check the units lost tab and see. It's not good for PhoenixYo yet. So, see what the gunship can do. I really think Orb should have gotten that extraction, though. I mean, he could have used the TJ, could have then also smoked the base runner on its way out. Yeah, and gunships are really not very good at that. But I mean, they can't do anything else right now, because armor 3 is done, so these AVs are just, like, invulnerable. So he's gonna come over here to the main, he's hitting the support cruiser, which is definitely not a good start, but not very fast on the split for OrbNet here, so 1 salvager, 2 salvagers go down. Yeah, for some reason he wants to kill the SC though, so he's gonna get that, but I feel like that's really not very good. You only got 2 salvager kills, and actually you can replace the SC faster than the salves, I believe, so... That's really not very good. Like, if you wanted to kill the SC, why are you not just building strike fighters? I don't understand. Anyway. Well, with no anti-air coverage at all, yeah, they definitely will. I noticed that OrbNet was teching BCs, but he's gonna cancel that. He goes for missile batteries instead. But it's gonna be bombers here for PhoenixYo, and this is exactly the right call, right? His opponent is going for air, so he doesn't have a ground army. So this is the time that OrbNet really has to push in and try and do some nastiness with his AVs. Okay, but you gotta keep, yeah, you gotta move. You gotta push like you're giving birth here. Bomber's about to pop. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. The bomber will kill like 1 or maybe 2 of them. Okay, this is pretty unfortunate bunching for OrbNet, so it kills 2. And then the second bomber will come. Oh no, 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 don't split! Split! Ah! Okay, well that didn't have to happen. Oh no. That really didn't have to happen. If he had split up the AVs so that they didn't all just get donked on at the same time, I mean, he could have killed every salvager on the main base. So they're both throwing? Yes, that's exactly what's happening. But, you know, whatever. OrbNet knows about the anti-air that he needs. He has missile batteries here, so I don't think that the gunships can really do anything. Well, it looks like they're gonna kill 1 salve. I saw an LAV die as well. But that should be it. So that was a very, very weak air attack there. Do strike fighters build slower than a gunship? That's kind of funny. But, like, seriously, strike fighters are just better at this job than gunships are. It's very, very, inopportune to use the strike fighters like this. Gunships are for killing LAVs. That's what I want you to think about when you're playing DOK, alright? And they can be used against railguns, but they're really for killing LAVs. So, this is not what gunships do. Here's an attack on the main base. Again, it's the SC being killed, and I don't think that's really the call. Bomber almost dies, but it looks like he's okay. Well, okay, first off, gunships cannot attack air units as well, which is really, really important. And OrbNet needs to cancel BC Fab, by the way. The play for OrbNet here is to go for fighter and gunship himself, get fighters, and kill off the bombers, right? That's the play here. Going for BCs is going to reduce how much anti-air he's got. It's going to make it harder for him to keep his eco set up. This is very expensive tech. This is like a death sentence almost. Like, this is how he loses this game. But yeah, gunships don't have any anti-air. They have lower DPS against salvagers than strike fighters do, and they're more expensive. So they're just bad at this role. Like, this is not how you use gunships. So everyone make fun of Sakai Jin for a second here. But yeah, it's really demoralizing to see people get away with using gunships like this because they are just bad, and it's really depressing that people are doing this. Going SF to kill eco is worse? Definitely not. Strike fighters are better at that. Right, you kill salvagers. If you build even just 3 strike fighters, you kill them in one pass, and you have 4 volleys, right? Or maybe it's 3, but still, that's more salvagers than PhoenixYo has ever gotten here, and that's for much, much lower investment. No, the gunship definitely does not kill more. Hopefully somebody tries to use a gunship against me in one of these games, and I can kind of show you why this is ridiculous. BC is imaginary and can't hurt you. Yeah, but that's because you're bad. It's not because the gunships are OP. I'm telling you, right? It's very, very easy to play against them. Also, keeping the missile batteries in the same place is good, but having them together is very bad. You kind of want to, like, punch them out just a little bit so that they don't get bombed to death. But we'll see if PhoenixYo is gonna go for the bomb there. Bombed the AVs actually, so I guess his idea is to get in with his own AVs now. And you can see the extraction is going to work for him. It's very hard for OrbNet to stop this, but I believe he's building a BC now. But again, this is not... Oh, that's actually a sport... Oh my gosh, he doesn't even have BCs on the queue. Yeah, like, where's OrbNet's army, right? He's got a lot of anti-air now, but... Oh, wait a minute. He's got a BC on the ground here. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that. But still, one of the problems with BCs is that they're very slow, and, you know, he's not going to be able to use it over on this side at all, so... Like, this thing is going to be massive combat power in the middle, but, like, it's not doing anything about this side of the map. You could try it for some det packs here. I'd really love to see OrbNet power up his ALMs as well to try and get some defense over on this side, but this SC is going to die. And it looks like, actually, it's artillery that's come out here for PhoenixYo as well. I agree with Just Carry, by the way. BCs are freaking hecka chonkers, as it were, so, like... This unit is amazingly powerful, it's just that it can't be everywhere, right? No, you're just wrong. Oh, also, we're kind of looking at, like, a carrier kill, by the way, if OrbNet is not careful here, because there's bombers in the air, so I have a feeling that he's just gonna die here, but... Build 3 rails? 3 rails will not beat a BC in a straight-up fight. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I don't know if PhoenixYo is aware. Like, I think he actually could have ended the game already just by bombing this carrier. But... like, if I were OrbNet, I'd be really worried about that. I'd be, like, powering up the armor and trying not to die here. This is getting pretty close. Uh-oh, here come the bombers. Ugh. Okay, maybe I was wrong. It looks like it took him down to 900. But still, that's pretty scary. And already is gonna finish the job? Oh, dear, yeah. Well, the carrier didn't even explode, it just disappeared. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know what to say about this game, alright? This was just bad. I mean, I don't know what OrbNet was doing. I really don't know what he was doing. PhoenixYo was gonna get away with it again. Alright, I really want to see OrbNet clean some very important things up in the coming games, okay? I want him to clean up some very important things. First off, don't bunch up units when your opponent has bombers. Second, you get the tech that's relevant to what you're fighting against, okay? If your opponent is building bombers and gunships, don't go for BCs, go for air, right? Just beat them. Like, if Orb had just done that in that game, I think it would actually be pretty easy for him. He was on 3 base way faster than his opponent. And his opponent was trading very, very badly in the early game as well. Alright, let's see what happens though. It's gonna be an LAV opener for Orb this time. That's a little bit interesting. And PhoenixYo does retire his base runner, and he's sent a probe out as well. Yeah, it looks like Orb wants to go for some LAV spam here. This is pretty non-standard against Coalition. Normally it's a little bit difficult to get things done this way. Indeed. It's the man himself. Oh, he's doing the thing again where he like kind of kills his own eco with this strange carrier positioning. But yeah, what we're gonna see OrbNet do probably is go for carrier production upgrade pretty soon. LAVs somehow need line of sight versus air units, by the way. Base order and inventory? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we know what happens now. Yeah, I know why, but it still doesn't make sense. It's just the programmers being lazy. Anyway, this is about time that he'll probably go carry production upgrade here. I suppose it's possible he goes for an SC instead, but probably not. Oh yeah, he is. Okay. So I guess he's gonna go for like 4 LEVs into an SC. This is a style that Descara has done sometimes, but he's only ever done it against Galzian, or Conef, that is. I think it's difficult to pull off against Coalition, because the idea is that you want to be able to pressure your opponent with like 4 or 5 LEVs, and it's not easy to do that against Coalition. Especially when base runner inventory is done. So PhoenixYo is actually dropping a turret down here. And the turret is not taking fire yet, so that definitely does not bode well. Okay, now it's getting shot at. Support cruiser is here to heal it up as well. I don't think you can fight this, so OrbNet is gonna have to back away now. It's gonna take losses on the retreat too, though. Ooh. He's only got 1 LAV left, and even this guy is straying into some dangerous waters. You know, that being said, though, PhoenixYo's second base is just now starting, and OrbNet is moving up to it, so he's not very far behind, but just a little bit, you know. And it's going to be carrier production upgrade here. He does not have any tech yet. So, we'll see what OrbNet's plan is going to be. But he's filling out RU miners right now, so I kind of suspect it's going to be air, but we'll keep our eye on it and figure out. It's AEVs for PhoenixYo. This LAV probably wants to stop getting shot at, by the way. Wait, now he doesn't have line of sight? I don't know what's going on here. Or early BC? No, he would need AED Feb for that. Although I wouldn't put it past OrbNet. That is kind of what he was famous for, you know? Yeah, I think it's air. He's saving up the RUs for it, I think. Well, he ain't clicking on it yet. I feel like I get the joke, but it just doesn't really work. It's gonna be AV fab. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. This feels a little bit weak. Yeah, I'm not sure I get what OrbNet is going for here. I think if he went air here, he would be in a much better position. He's got the LAV for some scouting, so he knows 3 base isn't set up yet, and therefore PhoenixYo is likely to be on some kind of an attack. I think that's probably the reason he doesn't go for it here, but I don't know. Air would not be bad in that case either, right? But... And as it turns out, it's only 2 AVs, but it'd be nice if he would send out this probe and get some vision on what's going on here. Yeah, there's the probe. And he can't extract here, he'll know that in just a moment when he sees the AVs. I assume this guy will just turn back. But what he really wants to see is air tech from PhoenixYo. That's the really important thing here. Base runner's getting chased a little bit, by the way. These AVs have like almost double its speed, actually, so... This guy might just die. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Anyway, very good TJ here. He's gonna perhaps save his bacon. He's got some AVs coming out, so if he drops the smoke on it right away, he might be okay. Yeah, he's in range, but he hasn't used it yet, so that base runner is gonna die. I swear, casting Jaraci cups is just like Bozer Cow complaining about bad smoke micro for 20 minutes. It's horrible. If people aren't gonna smoke, why are they even building these units? Anyway, turret gets set down on the 3rd as Just Carrier had predicted. This is Armor 1 versus Armor 0, but PhoenixYo has some high ground, so OrbNet's gonna lose one. Yes. Well, they should be, but they're never doing it for some reason. Oh, OrbNet. Oh no. See, this is why I think that this is why I think that he should have gone for air here, because it'll also be very good against his turret, right? And this is quite a hard point that he's having to siege up to now, so it's kind of tough. He's gonna smoke the turret out now, which allows him to kill off this AV. But still, I think that this this venture has been okay for PhoenixYo, because look at the units lost tab. I mean, that's like egregious, right? And here come the gunships. Again, I don't know why you're doing gunships for this, but whatever. Just go microwave emitter to counter turrets. Yeah, it's pretty good. And again, he's targeting the SC. This is very unusual. Like, what are you doing here? But okay, we have a fighter and gunship tech coming out for OrbNet, so this time at least he will be able to answer this with his strike fighters. Just go rails? I disagree with that. Rails would not be good in this scenario. Actually, Armor 3 is good because it keeps your armored units safe against the bombers, right? And you are probably going to have missile batteries here, but getting fighter and gunship first, definitely agree. Definitely agree. Because he wants to get strike fighters so that he can beat the bombers. And this is like the mistake that he didn't do this last game, so he's cleaning that up. I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see it. And he's counterattacking, which is good. His opponent's ground army is fairly weak. This is still armor 1 for PhoenixYo, and now OrbNet has 3, so he wins this fight pretty handily. Able to clean up the 3rd base here. And so despite PhoenixYo's air reveal, OrbNet is actually still equal in economy, and he's going to be stronger after this SC pops. No, he's fine. He's fine. And armor 3 is very strong for the counterattack. Like, if he would keep kiting here and go up to the high ground, he might actually win this fight, but again, he needs to be smoked by Kharak, and nobody ever uses smoke. Ah! Alright, whatever. But, you know, he could have done that. There was a turret set up here, but it looks like he's killed that off. This fight still looks pretty good for Orb. By the way, in case any players are watching this who want to actually get good at the game, the way that you smoke is like this, see? You cut off the enemy units that are attacking you, so when he's up here, he should smoke off some of the AVs and target the other ones, right? That's the play. Big brain. Anyway, OrbNet is really kind of ravaging the eco for PhoenixYo, so this is good for him. He's a bozo. Hey, watch who you call him, bozo. No, the target is not really the AVs here. He doesn't care if he kills those or not. He cares if he kills the eco. So I think actually he was right to be smoking there. Gutcher is coming to second base, but here's the strike fighters. Good. Now send them over here. Yes, good. And this SC is gonna live. Watch this. Well, maybe it won't. I guess the air response is a little bit late. But there's a chance. No, it looks like it will die. But still, the gunships are gonna die for this, right? I think both of them should, although these strike fighters were not microed super well. Here come the bombers, though. Yeah, it looks like this gunship will get away. But now you can use your strike fighters to hit the enemy eco as well. Looks like they're out of ammo, though. Oh, wait, they're dumping everything on a probe? Never mind. Yeah, they use too much ammo, so they're not going to be able to hunt down the bombers just yet. But still, I think this is kind of okay for OrbNet, actually. Although he's losing on this front, which isn't great. I don't know. This is actually a little bit complicated. Either way, I mean, OrbNet surely just needs to rebuild his support cruisers right now. That's what he's really lacking. AV's not gonna get anything done here. And PhoenixYo is still on 2 base himself, so I think that when OrbNet gets his 3 set up here, he should be okay, more or less. Heavy air is really losing its effectiveness now because of all the strike fighters, so I think that PhoenixYo can't really get anything done with it, but he has already tech switched into arty. That's artillery, I should say. Now, for OrbNet, what you want to do is keep these guys in the air. You never want them idling in the carrier, ever, right? Because, yep, just like that. Because you need to have a rapid response ready. Yeah, artillery versus strike fighters, I don't know either, but, you know, he's got the tech anyway, so I guess that's some advantage in a sense. He has support cruiser anti-air as well. Not really the strongest thing. I mean, I think that these 2 support cruisers can still just die anyway, but... Well, this gunship is not long for the world. Holy crap. Yeah, and you can see why I was saying it's going to be difficult to use heavy air here. SCAA is out, but again, it's not super strong, so another bomber falls as well. And it looks like OrbNet is just going to stick in here to kill off the support cruisers in mid. I am not sure I agree with this. He probably was trying to micro and kill off the bomber. Is he attacking an invisible unit? I'm not understanding what's going on here. Well, he kind of just, like, let everything die, so that was not good. But yeah, I don't know why he hung around the anti-air for so long there. That was looking really good until he lost everything, you know? Oh, dear. Oh, OrbNet. These are simple mistakes, you know? These don't have to be happening. PhoenixYo, by the way, true to his meme nature, is gonna try to attack with support cruisers and a base runner. This is not gonna work. There's no way this is gonna work, right? I really hope not. There's 6 AVs here. I mean, this should very, very easily repel this attack. Yeah, base runner trying to set down a turret, but OrbNet can just smoke it out, or even just kill it before it finishes. Looks like he's gonna try to do both. Okay, that's maybe not the cleanest play, but you know. But yeah, this is you know 3 support units trying to be an attack, so not gonna work out very well for PhoenixYo. And it'd be really nice if OrbNet had some strike fighters to deal with these bombers, wouldn't it? But, you know, that's okay. He is getting SC anti-air, so that will at least give him something extra to fight with. But I figure this support cruiser is just dead to rights. Strike fighters should be launching again to try and do some damage on the back end here. But still not launching yet. Why did he get SCA? I really don't know. And again, you want to split up your units here. Yeah, see, I don't know if he actually wins this fight. This is armor 3 versus armor 3. Yeah, and he's just way too low on the health bars. You have to smoke and get out of there. Also, putting the smokes on the enemy instead of on yourself makes them take longer, so you really want to be careful about like where you position them. You can see those smokes were ineffective at saving the unit because they were put, you know, too far away. Strike Fighter is going to do a little bit of hounding though, that's good, but they do need to be careful not to use up too much ammo because they're also the primary anti-air here. It's turning into a bloody fight here. Both players are on... Well, no, actually, I guess Orb isn't on 3. He needs to get another SC out. That's gonna be the SC, I believe, though? No, I guess that's just Strike Fighters. Third base getting cleaned up, though. This is really good for OrbNet. And again, the target is the salves, it's not the enemy AVs, so he's just gonna focus those down here. Some smoke goes a long way, very good. And again, PhoenixYo could have smoked too, but that's just kind of the theme of this tournament, is that nobody smokes. I don't know why. That is a lot of AVs though, this is what PhoenixYo does. When he builds units, he builds a lot of units, but still, that's good for OrbNet. It keeps him competitive in the economy setting. These AVs can't really move out on their own. It looks like PhoenixYo is going to try for it, but this is like full wing here, so this is a lot of strike fighters. And there's no anti-air here at all, so I think that OrbNet needs to be a little careful about not using too many strike fighters to deal with this, because he also needs them to deal with the bombers, but he's got options here, you know? He's got options here. And he sees the bombers too, so I mean this is like a disaster waiting to happen, right? OrbNet just has to be careful not to fight under the AA though, and that's what he had been doing previously. He can actually do it, he can one-shot these bombers, so he just comes in, takes a bomber out, and then leaves, right? But what he did last time was like hover around the area, and that really cost him quite a lot. Yeah, but this is a bad bait. I mean, bombers are expensive, and with 4 SCs, I think maybe you lose like 1 strike fighter on the first volley, that's it. So, this is like totally worth it for OrbNet if you would jump in and bite one off. But, yep, just like this, he's gonna get the first kill. And how many did he lose? He lost 2. That's totally fine. That's totally fine for OrbNet. So, this is actually not working for PhoenixYo. Oh, and he really drifted way too far out with this bomber as well. OrbNet didn't lose any for that one. Good. Oh. It's nuking time. Speaking of nukes, the bomb gonna drop in the AVs here, but it only gets 1 kill, it's not too bad. And OrbNet gonna sack a couple SF to kill off this one. I appreciate that, actually. And as the follow-up, he's just been building AVs of his own. I think he's probably okay here. Although there are a lot of support cruisers here, which is going to help. So we'll see how this goes. In fact, you know what OrbNet really could have used here was ACs maybe, but it's a little bit late to be taking into that. So again, you want to be smoking. You want to be smoking? Please! How many AAVs are here? There are 15 AAVs here, and there are 0 smokes being put down. Yeah, okay. Well, if nobody smokes, I guess PhoenixYo just wins for having more units, right? Holy crap. Ay, ay, ay. PhoenixYo rebuilding bombers, by the way, but these things are pretty expensive, and OrbNet still has, like, full-wing strike fighters, so... I like what Orb is doing, though. He's targeting the SCs first, right? Now that all the anti-air is gone, he can just launch the strike fighters and clean this up. But he's not launching for some reason. He really should be launching here. This is a case where the strike fighters are just OP as heck. Here come the bombers. The strike fighters aren't in the air yet, so it's too late for them. Bombs are wasted though. 2 of them dropped on the same target. Oh no! Actually, he's launching into like an anti-air turret post and everything. You wanna kill this thing off, and then kill this one, and then kill off the entire enemy army. And you'll lose some, but like it's gonna be worth it, right? Also, these guys can get back to work. Yeah, looks like they will. The nuke is on the way, by the way. Carrier Systems 4 is teching here. Just use the strike fighters, okay? I'm telling you, they can actually kill anti-air turret posts. They really can. And you're losing the window to kill off this entire enemy army. What are you doing, OrbNet? Use the strike fighters. Ah! No, not like this. Like this entire army should be dead right now. This entire army should be dead right now, but he's just not using the strike fighters. They're docking. Oh. Oh, what is this? Oh no. Ay ay ay. This is another timing for ACs, by the way. This would be a good unit here because they have anti-air built in. They totally hard counter AAVs, and yeah, I mean, what else are you fighting, really? Oh no, so PhoenixYo's just gonna get 2 extracts for free. I mean, he really has no business pulling these out. You inflict retardation damage, that's what I would say. It looks like the strike fighters are gonna... No, okay, they didn't chase under carrier, which is good. I think they would have died there. Oh, and the main base is completely undefended now, even though OrbNet knows that there's an army over here. Oh, no. Oh, Orb. He had everything he needed to win this game. He had it all, you know? Okay, now the strike fighters are gonna attack this army, alright. You know, better late than never. Kill off the SC first, though, and then kill the AA turret post, and then you're free to do all the damage you like. But he's not doing that, he's attacking AAVs, so... all of the strike fighters will die, and then the bombers will come kill everything. Yeah, well, that's just how the cookie crumbles, eh? And no, your game is not next. We're not gonna do your game for like a couple days, probably. We have a lot to get through. Well, that's just your cross to bear. Hey, PhoenixYo finally built that expensive tech that he got. Hey, good. Well, better late than never. These piles are pretty low, by the way, so I might just not even replace the SC here. True, true. Yeah, this carrier will melt if PhoenixYo gets it in vision, because he's got like power 5 in the weapons potentially, and he has the nuke, and he has artillery. Which for some reason everyone is saying artillery is bad against carriers. I mean, yeah, it has a damage reduction, but you can see it still hurts. It killed the carrier last game. Yeah, if I were PhoenixYo, I would power down the range and power up the weapons here. Zoning nuke. Zoning nuke. Zoning nuke. I can't tell if the carrier died or if OrbNet GG'd there, but still, it's gonna be 2-0 for PhoenixYo as we move into game 3. And, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with how he played. Not at all. Nah, you know, zoning nuke. Zoning nuke. Anyway, it's a Canyon Outpost here. The info.txt seems to suggest that Phoenix picked this instead of Orb, even though it should be Phoenix's pick anyway. I just don't understand, really. I just don't understand. But again, I'm not going to show it to you because it has the number of games in it, which is a big spoiler. How you like your shorts cooked? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe boil them into like a soup, you know, because that way at least it's somewhat palatable. Because he wa- yeah, well that's not how the pick order works, but whatever. Do you wash them before cooking? Yeah, I'm not a barbarian. What kind of question is that? Jeez. Maybe one of these days, if I use that terminology, I'll actually have to, like, do it. Just as a joke. If someone pays me enough, I will eat boiled short soup. But... but I ain't doing that for free, I'll tell you what. Anyway, SC first for PhoenixYo. LAV spam for OrbNet. Well, not LAV spam. Probably it's going to be what he did last game again. But yeah, we've seen this before. Oh gosh. Say it ain't so, man. Oh, that sounds painful. Well, I'm gonna say for OrbNet, you have to use your units proactively. That's the big takeaway from the last game. I mean, he had all the tools it took to win that game and win it pretty hard too. I mean, that should not have even been easy. Sorry, even for PhoenixYo, but instead it was like a very hard-fought game the whole time. This is really bad for PhoenixYo. I don't know why he's moving his carrier away from his eco like this. This is 2 LAVs, you know, it's not worth taking a whole bunch of eco damage just to, like, zone off 2 LAVs, so... He didn't end up taking all that much, it was only 1 drop-off, but still, that could have been pretty bad for him. And OrbNet only built 2 LAVs, and then he went into his SC, so this is very strange now. It's starting to look a little bit funny. Just carrier is right, by the way. Put your pants back on. Cover your nakedness. And PhoenixYo is turtling pretty hard here. I don't think that OrbNet really sees it yet. What he needs to do is, like, get vision on the turrets, and then he'll know, like, okay, my opponent is playing like an idiot. And all I have to do is expand up to 3 base and then get anti-air, right? But, you know, we'll see. I feel like I just heard someone die. What the heck was that? Anyway, missile battery fab on the way though. Good, good. He's beginning to believe.
Research completed.
Yeah, something happened, that's for sure. And fighter and gunship tech, the missile battery tech is like already finishing. Good. And what you want to do is build like lots of them, right? Because you kind of know your opponent is going to play like this. He's inside my walls. Anyway, if... Move your carrier to third on this map? Well, because third is going to get attacked first. Yeah, but that's the same if you move it to main. Alright? Doesn't really make any difference. In the late game, your opponent will attack at this angle more likely, but in the early game, he's most likely to attack over the bridge. So this is the correct positioning, in my opinion. Also, look how long it takes PhoenixYo to get his units over here to third, right? That's also a big reason for doing it. So, but yeah, missile batteries are already coming out, and the probe is dead, so PhoenixYo doesn't know about it. This is good. This is really good for OrbNet. I would be getting armor upgrades as well. What, you mean all of this? But like, who is moving here in the early game? Nobody, right? It's actually better to have your carrier over here on the third. SCAA, oh my gosh. Well, that's the thing you can do as well. And it's gonna be assault cruiser fab. I'm probably gonna see ACAA, but I think more missile batteries. Like, his plan here is to just overwhelm his opponent with anti-air. I think he's building one now. Yeah, he needs more missile batteries because still there are some gaps in his defense there. Production tab is bugged as always, so we can't tell what he's building, but. LAVs are confirming air tech now, by the way, so he knows about this. And by the way, with just a couple AAVs and one AC, these turrets do not actually protect the third base. So I really like the AC call here as well. This has to be microed, of course, so I'm getting a little nervous because these players have been very, very bad at this so far this series. But you smoke out both turrets, the AC drives up, and then when the smoke expires, it just nukes the turrets, right? It's easy. Could even use the tac missile barrage on one of them, but I think that'd be a waste of a cooldown. And PhoenixYo going to try to extract here as well, but he can't really do that because, you know, he doesn't have an army, and OrbNet does. Although it would be good to have these missile batteries come out, but you boost the AC in? No, I don't think you do that because, again, it's a waste of a cooldown. If you end up getting attacked by an army, you can boost out, or you can use the tac missile barrage on the salves. I think that's probably more valuable. The smoke covers you on the way in, so you don't have to worry about it. Ah, but the gunships, I think they're being sneaky here. It gives armor. Who cares about armor when you're not getting attacked? That's just a waste of cooldown, in my opinion. But yeah, the gunships think they're being sneaky to go attack the main, but there is anti-air here. There's a lot of anti-air here. And again, gunships cannot kill salvagers quickly, so it's questionable to even get any kills. Looks like they do manage to get one, but still, they both die. That's not worth it at all. And the AAVs are blocking the extraction here. So yeah, OrbNet has flummoxed his opponent, and he has AC tech done already. I believe he's building one right now. Alright, this looks pretty good. And he'll just replace his one salvager at his leisure. He already has AC anti-air. Good, good. Yeah, now it feels pretty rough for PhoenixYo. So if I were Orb, I would have a couple AAVs with the AC so that I can do that smoking to push in. There's a lot of freaking turrets set up. There's 6 turrets set up here. Oh my gosh. But if you don't have the AAVs, you can overcharge in, like just Carrier's saying. But I think you're likely to lose unit. Oh, he actually already used overcharge as well. Okay, well as long as he's paying attention and like backs away when he starts getting shot at by turrets, he should be okay. And if your opponent is building this many turrets, you know what's a very, very good counter to them is artillery. No, 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 no. Back away, back away, back away. Also, he's not attacking the AVs. Okay, there we go, there we go. This guy will probably still live, plus he can use the heal ability, so I think he's gonna be totally fine. Yeah. But that was a little bit risky there. So yeah, seeing that many turrets, I'm gonna be going for artillery. It looks like his call is battle cruisers, that can also punch through it. And it's true, by the way, the AC looks freaking awesome now. It's thanks to Just Carrier. Strike Fighter's being built. I don't know why. Your opponent has like more anti-air than freaking a World War II carrier. I mean, there's no reason to get Strike Fighters here. Yeah, but I think artillery is just like the massive hard counter to it. Also, these AVs don't have any anti-air coverage, so they're gonna die. Smoke for the turret might be nice, but it doesn't do anything against Strike Fighters, so that's unfortunate. But the 3 ACs, they have a lot of anti-air between them, so PhoenixYo is never going to extract this unless OrbNet really throws. Why not go MWE? Because it's like, it's a nuke that attacks one turret. That's just not worth it. Very good micro, by the way. No, I'm telling you, you just get arty and you'll kill off turret posts. It's easy. So I don't know. Yeah, PhoenixYo is actually right for once. ACs have the overcharge ability here, by the way, but it looks like they aren't using it just yet. I might just leave one of them back home for defense, honestly. Well, I guess he has more... Oh, these are support cruisers. Like, I like that he's leaving one of them back home to defend over here. I would leave this guy back home as well to just not worry about AV flanks, and then keep the contain with these two. I think that's probably the way to go. But again, artillery, right? If you have artillery, your opponent is not allowed to have turrets anymore. That's good. You know, that's pretty good. Strike Fighter isn't going to launch for what it's worth, which is about nothing, but, you know. Yeah, but then you can never attack your opponent's base, right? But it's true, I mean, OrbNet really should have been extracting this whole time. Why go arty? Because you kill all the turrets. This is not complicated. If your opponent invested, what is this? 7 times 300, 2100 CUs into a unit that you can kill all of them in like half a second, you should probably do it. That's just a no-brainer. Also, this AC should be using an ability. There we go. He's boosting up, but it's too late now, I think. Ooh, this isn't good. Like, how is this happening? Orb has, like, 3 times as many ACs as his opponent, but he's still getting outnumbered on this flank. No, it's a bad thing. Because, like, if he's killing off the turrets, then his front is going to be over here, right? Where he's trying to push on his opponent's third base. And when he's doing that, he's never going to get outnumbered like this, because he'll actually have, you know, units there to respond. Now, like, if he had gone artillery, this wouldn't have happened. Why ignore them when you can kill them for free? I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, the 2 ACs do end up falling. And to be fair, OrbNet has a very powerful attack coming on this side of the map. He has idle salves even. That's going to be very helpful during the attack. But again, you have 100% field control, so please get base runners extract, you know? I mean, he could be at, like, he could be winning. Yeah, but it's not like you aren't going to use it for anything else. Just get arty. If your opponent is building 8 turrets, artillery is a no-brainer. Absolutely no-brainer. Is this South gonna die? Oh my gosh. Savant carrier needs to be a little careful here too. I mean, this is a very powered up coalition carrier. Oh no, and here comes the oh no. Oh no. Okay, the nuke did not actually do all that much, so that's good for OrbNet, but for the love of Sejuk, please power up your armor, please. AC's gonna punch through the turret line now. He never had enough proper map. Of course he did. Look, okay, PhoenixYo, you're very obsessed with this turtley type of playstyle, so I'm gonna give you some advice. When you have 8 turrets and you have like no ground units, your map control is 0. You have 0 map control. So yes, your opponent could have been extracting this whole time. I don't know why Just Carry is obsessed with not going Artie in this situation. Artillery was so obvious to go here. They're not free, look how much damage you took, right? If PhoenixYo had actually built a ground army, Orb could not have pushed in there. I'm telling you, plus Artie could have come out, like, ages earlier and just won the game for him. Also, this is a free turret kill as well, by the way. Yeah, huh? What you gonna say about that? Look, the moral of the story is, when your opponent is building 8 turrets, get artillery, okay? I don't care what Just Carry is saying. Oh no. This wouldn't have happened if you had NordVPN. Now, the silver lining to this cloud is that PhoenixYo has 0 economy right now. So OrbNet literally just has to, like, out-trade a bunch of support cruisers, which is easy, right? He just needs to build more BCs, which is what he's doing. Phoenix is gonna get 2 artifacts out there. Yeah, I guess that actually is kind of a concern, but OrbNet has a lot of power. He has to actually allocate it. I mean, that would be step 1. No. Okay, your carrier doesn't do the damage here. Your carrier just needs to survive. The BCs do the damage, so you power up the armor and the extra chip can go into the ALMs, alright? That's the play here. There's 3 BCs out, these things are very tanky, they kill off all the support cruisers, and then the carrier is just free game, right? That's the play here for OrbNet. I don't know why Phoenix is powering up all of his carrier range as well. But yeah, the nuke is gonna... Dear. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we can just go home now. Yeah, all he had to do was not that. All he had to do was not that. And he probably would have just won the game. I mean, as it stands, I think he can still win. These BCs are still very, very tanky, right? Tech Missile Barrage is gonna hit PhoenixYo more than it hits OrbNet. Oh my goodness. So that was not the best missile barrage. No, it looks like it is probably just over. Ay, Orb! Oh. These were all such obvious games. I mean, there's no way he should have lost here. Oh no. Oh, OrbNet. Like game one, he just kind of crapped the bed. Okay, that happens. Game 2, he had everything he needed to win, and he lost. And game 3, he was just like, what's the best way to lose to turrets? And then he did it. Yeah, I assumed Orb was gonna beat you because you played like crap, but Orb was even worse somehow, so... Yeah, me lose to Phoenix? I don't think that's even possible, don't worry. Oh, OrbNet. Oh. Oh, OrbNet. Well, let's try and forget about this one and move on to the next. Thanks for watching.